I think feminism has said Bema in your 20s, relationship, everything about relationship is against you. So we waste time in relationship in your 20s. Adeba Kuntia, Bema said, oh, ufa relationship so serious with a ma in your 20s obre eya wahofe. Bema wahofe eba later in life. And you too. And a feminism amana ajete sa nka 70% of men owu oba.
Feminism ama tutu atiatis.
Yes. Nienti ene ma bebre omo de bema kwachom fa pa wie na papa no hu ade boni a papa no bi kwantimi nkan no se oba ne bema na da wie wato odom mama hu se ade a mema yehia ansa na mo ma ye ho ya makono no ye mfa ba akokura mfi awoye ma ni nyina ye ba ha ebe nyini du be se 1820 ansa na ya sha ahwehwe nti wu fitani boy na wonya master mpo wunya wala tu wala sesika kakra na wo de hwe obi bawo nursing university no ne wu create ni say who increase ni hypogamous nature o mana be ye kese a chen. And in the minds of most young men or junior say na your dog or a loving guy, you are not being a loving guy, you are just being stupid. Time bi o ho a be ma o yese o kobo ba ubenu hu abe wi abedane.
At what point na be ma mo oba
time wa building ho awie. When it comes to relationship, equality does not exist, has never existed, will never exist, and shouldn't exist. First what you say, you fam mema 10 a emu 7 enkwasi apafo.
70% of men
yes
enkwasi apafo.
Yes. Bema bi o kasa opewa damfo bia o ye scam. Oba any bema nya damfo. Me pewa damfo me pewa du. So what I say, so as a man, I teach reality. First of all, esikafo mpo entama omuma emfa odon ware. That's number 1. Nyem friend love no, omumfa ware. Because hard times e build mema, e destroy women. Inti enunti na me, I'm against a man marrying a woman when you turn no.
Asetrapa with akoto mansasuni. Ene mene abrantie bi ana papa bi ena ehie betwetwe nkomo. Before we came on air, we've had a lot of argument, disagreement, and about a ma relationship on the ate. And let me say this: say video be about TikTok from Asetrapa. Na nkrofo hu se bi a me guest no or kasana me kebi na me remu. They describe me in so many terms. I'm emphasizing say on Asetrapa it's a conversation and not an interview. Enye interview a ye tutu obi ano. Ye tena se di nkomo adi ni yie. So obi ba Asetrapa so na asema wo ka no me ne nya adwene minim se enye nokre anase minim se eye nokre a I will state my opinion. Meka di minim no. Unless say minim hu bi. And now kind of story menye a party to and a privy to. That is fine. Enti mo a na mo hahi ne apoto mo ho no. Eye nkomo ne ye twetwe. Eye nkomo na ye twetwe. Enti ene mene ora kwabna bibini berima. Also a self-taught gender dynamic. Inti then some already waka ni bi no be a man e bi nye ne fe na ni nye e man e bi ho na ni nye feminism ho me say me a feminist, just that I'm not a rigid one. Inti se wo kan sem tia ma na me ne nya adwena me ne be kira kaso me ne no ye be ka ho asem me family san she me dem fam. So or a guest on my show nti they all can say me ne na adwene ne nye pe a me jaya manaka. That is just by the way. Asetrapa proudly sponsored by Veronica Kumasi Denyame. Best service apartment bibia ye kama e wa ha ye o spa ye o bar ye o gym ye o salon ye o restaurant e bibia ye kama enti se o pe baby ene o staff akoye meeting bia a mo beda mo mraha ana o pe baby wo ne onkrofo ba yie mo ba wedding ana any occasion bia o pe baby a host important person bia na wa 020 036 9876 Ancora Homes so ɛɛtɔn adan a yɛsiesie ne yie adan papa ɛboɔ ne wɔ fam ɛhɔ ɔfɛ kyɛ sɛ the epitome of luxury comfort any security ɛyɛ Ancora Homes yɛma wo fully furnished kitchen yɛma wo free AC free water heater na afei nneɛma ɛka ho ne pɛ ɛka ho nyinaa so yɛde ama wo ɛboɔ kakra bi na wɔde ma yɛn frɛ 053-021-7766 Ancora Homes wɔ IPT ɛsu yɛ boa Kɛkyɛ clothing ɛwɔ Accra International Airport Terminal 2 domestic side hɔ no ɔbɛgye shirt papapaa deɛ yɛde ntoma a ɛwɔ din ayɛ subra nsuahunu kwadusa wafa mmoa ne nyinaa kama yɛapam ne yie sɛdeɛ wohyɛ bia wobɛnya wo size ɛna afei deɛ yɛde voil anaa linen ayɛ ɛde adinkra symbols ɛne other symbols and designs agu mu fɛfɛɛfɛ a wobɛnya bi wɔ kɛkyɛ so saa tɔn ntoma wopɛ ntoma ama waase wo yere wo maame ana obi ɔdɔ wakoma so biara na wafa hɔ frɛ 0245-115-546 downtown laundry ɛwɔ Anomanyi Nkwanta post office aseɛ hɔ yɛsi wo nneɛma no ama mu ayɛ hwam ne ato so kama ɛde abrɛw yɛsi ntaadeɛ nyinaa suit afei duvet ɔbɛɛhyi blanket na emu dudu na wontumi nsi no wode ba a yɛbɛyɛ ne kama ama wo sɛ biribi nti wontumi ma yɛ naa so a ɔfrɛ a yɛbɛ arrange na yɛabɛgye na yɛsi yɛwie a yɛsan de abrɛw yɛ number no ɛyɛ 055-6621-428 ɛwuraba kwenkwen ɛna no yɛkɔ bomfa bom ɛkɔyɛ nsiyie na obi odi aduane ne bibia ɛka ɛbɔ yaba so dendenden sɛ yɛ kwenkwen yɛ mfɔ ho te sɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa saa na nanom Mother's Day GBA foɔ adaroma ɔmo gye ɛwuraba kwenkwen parks ne bi the reviews no ɛyɛ amazing nti wo twa ɛdeɛn sɛ ɛyɛ lunch na organize ama wo team ɛyie wedding dwumadie bia na apɛsɛ yɛ no aduane koraa ɛmfa nhyɛ fridge mu na di ne nkakra na wafrɛ 0244-606-500 0244-606-500 na mesa akai wo sɛ sɔfo kɛkyire condemn enwom no wagye me no ɛwɔ all music playing apps ɛso enti streaming na yesu yenye sika kakra ɛmfa nto yɛ botom ne enya bi mfa enye adɔyɛ a yɛyɛ no Bibini berima just a Bibini African man Bibini berima says African man it's to say in a few minutes that wo di kyerɛ me ana kan ho asɛm kakra bi kyerɛ me in a few minutes
okay tell you kind no kobra Bibini berima but because of nema me enti no yeah the channel di ato me
okay
that's just the 33 men's voice podcast
33 men's voice podcast
yeah
ho am to mo super mapa yes okay we dey course
professionally I'm a broadcast journalist
okay
and then I do write social political writings kakra but since 2022 the MDS many say may use gender dynamics at the aboa the family system at the aboa relationships at the aboa marriage in particular see near me here me pay marriage the family and I see many so now adea my fan say tool I made a contribute to make sure say marriage and the family system get better if not anywhere at least in Ghana gender dynamics which is me gidi say the more a man mema ye hunu so ye die ntem na ye mble say ye pet no and a beje ye warrior and ye busuasem e dey si osan say o man bia na waresem and ye busuasem echo form no na o man na hyase say echo extinct enche sa man no citizens the woman no ebesa ama amanfrafo be fast as no and I dey back with this many so in short that's what I do. We don't bash women, we don't hate women. As a matter of fact hate a waste of time, energy, and resources. I only speak about what a particular woman has done, or some women have done, that has destroyed the family system, that has destroyed some women, that have destroyed children in particular, that have destroyed men.
Okay.
And more I am about my lives more.
And what some men have done, and a particular man has done.
And I say, more about my lives, you know. When we say I'm very hard on men,
okay,
even than women. As a matter of fact, I can say there's no need advising women most of the time.
I didn't hear.
As a man, the way I me too for no, I speak like a man. I go direct, I go straight. I don't sugarcoat things. And that would be too hard for a lot of women. I go hard on women who are beyond repair. Then I go hard on them. But Oba is saving a baby, you know. I don't go too much hard on them. I go hard on men because when men get it right, as far as their family and marriages are concerned, when men get it right, women will fall in line. I think feminism had destroyed, feminism has said mema. Enti, and then utach Tim Macra bisa said, mema papa no way. Strong men no way, responsible men no way. And my answer is, they are the men feminism taught our mothers to raise. What you say?
To raise and not erase.
To raise.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, I feel say memo problem. And I did my share that 30 podcast I see in 2022. Yeah, so Bekaya around 2022, within a month, in your cases of Bema Akumoba, Adanya Meshia Juma, Medinico school. Emma, 2022 no Kumasi yenya gruesome one, police niya Ukumoba. After police in the case na me can say because me from GIJ, I did na media and talking about relationship and sports. But after taking about 5 years learning about feminism, gender dynamics and social justice, when I mean who say news neighbor bema Okumoba denya me create in school. Then I ask myself, I said, we na media ni discuss ya na kogu. Nobody is coming out with solution, permanent one, to prevent this our men to eliminate women. So me turn around and say, okay, with the knowledge I have about feminism, gender dynamics, and social justice, I think I have a role to play. Many day. Mesa say actually mema. When not to invest in a woman, and when you can invest in a woman, and why not to do it at that time when I was away, no. Bibini dieng. Bema in your 20s, relationship, everything about relationship is against you. So be wasting time in relationship in your 20s, even if you are a trophy child like Yawa to Skamwa. In your 20s, stay away from relationship. But obaya memuha ofa nipa mema dubia ba ko pe and obeka say financially obey okay in his 20s. Nti omo no yemfo mo nkansam. Ye de omo to nchen na ya hwe majority no in their 20s niema bema relationship betimi akoyi ama kakra be ye sika nimdeɛ, general knowledge about yourself as a man, knowledge about the female nature. Most men in their 20s don't know. I've seen men in their 40s, they know nothing about themselves as a man, and something about the woman. Until I started teaching, say, young guy at 20s, be a fitter, we a driver, whatever. Dear see who say, kwahwe obi baba. We JHS, or person call SS, and we person call nursing. Any other no. Mr. Sister me church and no. Mistakes are be and Obani we school no so worry wa onye boni bia. Men ka say me ye be mentino, me ka say chinchina. Tama wo be hwe no ojitu mu say we are no be worry. No, we are, because there's something biological, evolutional, scientific there. We are or say or the amenfe ware okura na wo ankasa be ma no wunya sumdwe momie ni munya sumdwe adentia because of her hypogamous nature, which is she was created to be with a man that is better than herself, above herself, financially, height, wisdom, knowledge, and a whole lot. Sana Yakupon ebo ne mano or yeomo. Say abribiano. As a matter of fact, Oba hypogamous nature is tied to her happiness, her general well-being, and to understand her mental well-being. Oba enya bema onuamu who say on the financial side, he is above me. Na nimdiemu or through a dingiemu. Emanenije. Enti at times say Oba bepese ni kunu ana bema no wo ho ewo na nim chem abrabo mu no. Enye se bema sika Oba ne botomu keke. But eno na manenije. Dan say ono Oba no echen bema no. Nti wu fitani boy na wonya master mpo bia na nsia na wi a wi adwuma wonya wala tu wala sika kakra na wo de hwe obi bawo nursing university no ne wu create ni say wo increase ni hypogamous nature o mana be ye kese a chewo na the more kese a wo ye the more na ope be ma bia wa bo kakra ni say one ne nyepe ana say won chen no won so na fitayi wonya wade say o upgrade hu bia wo kwan bia so do do fita no. And in the minds of most young men no or junior say na your dog or a loving guy, you are not being a loving guy, you are just being stupid. Because what do they call training college no they say we try plenty kitama no ma okohu mema omo wasen wo mema omo te brofo sen wo mema omo hu efe sen wo mema omo wo fi abusampa mu sen wo. And that is how God created her to live. That is where her happiness comes from. You may be say, oh yeah, well, ma, omo wo so omo kunu mo form a, omo ye okay. Yes. How many are they? Few. And when we come to these conversations, we don't use the outliers to make a case. We use the majority. So I started giving these conversations and also letting a man on the ma side, my man who said, "Adia mema ye here and sana mo ma ye hwa ya makono no. Ye mfa ba kokura mfi awoye ma. Ni nyina ye ba ha ebe nyini du be se 1820 and sana ya sha ahwehwe. Sika ye koyanim and sana ya ahwehwe. Edinje eno kampo de che ankasa. Nimde eno so che ene ne keka ho. Ena ya ho ofe number 1 ade ba kuntia be ma say oh ufa relationship so serious with the man in your 20s obre ya wa ho ofe be ma wa ho ofe eba later in life most of the time from 30 going ena na wa ho ofe asisi na kwan so say wa mfansa no ne ma so ambone anko abrabo mu a nti be ma bia o hwe video we ko hwe video when you were 15 16 na ko hwe na sesi ahwe wo 30s bohu say wagina so and remember baby o be shane so fi 35 e ko bu 40s mu no mo ntanse ma pe mana na mamu green light. And because of some of this knowledge I yin to know bohu na bema e kunu ho ni early 20s mid 20s e wo ba ho there be. And then I also I talk about equality when it comes to relationship. Equality does not exist, has never existed, will never exist, and shouldn't exist. And bema bia ubefa equality and their relationship no, you live a sorrowful and miserable life.
And for you, Bibini Berima, Obema, and you quite Obema boa oba emeni drew so.
Yes, sir. Time be oha, Bema, oh yes, oko boa oba. Ubenu hu, abe wi abedane.
At what point na Bema moa oba?
Temo wa building hu awie.
Ono Bema na building.
Yes, because oba no interest say ne Bema on anything no, oye better eche no. Na ni je se Bema no ne wo ho no. Sikasemu a ogina brane. Na ho ofemu ogina brane. Ni
then you would also not advise oba say on go for Bema in your description. Or yet ono oba no won anim chain no.
It is the same near me kind no no reverse no because oh yeah ho be kire as oba wo be nu ho se onko mu da otie nkofo ano wo social media and media mu ana sabrabo mu a waka so oh e ma ne bitimi ka oh me dia me ko mi suku na me nyama adwuma na mo mi sika me nya ba mo be di me year asabe sorry me need problem and go close to many of them they have regretted because that's not the thing because nyankopon bo say be with bema wa boka kra no at least ne otie no wo ba no tie no se bia wo diploma bema no wa boka wonya diploma but the mape naturally and say o so chen no
Inti bema yemfa no say ni tie ni amoa no school no ye den a wontimi nko o chese o try ana why you go so for ba o educated
I would advise say obetie me dia ompe de so ne dia
ompe de o
benya sumdue
okay
yes
your uncle school say won wa
yeah eno na me bra lessons e di nkomo bi ye tate word way odo de eno an ntiase oh love is about understanding and communication and many people interpreting it say my sister akoto a banker me a farmer me way am person me raise me ma me person babeko school until 24 years na matimi a convince akoto amakoto atimase as a banker the time omo de ko adwuma any time omo de pon na akoto atiase so obe ware me say akoto ti ase ware me wie na awo ba na akoto say 1 year or the ba na ko daycare na mbufu a I'm not being realistic as a man. What you say?
Nanke so hu say ye den ya.
Sade ne beba. Enti odo no ntia se say me convince you ma momentarily. Ujitu mu say obeware me no. Odo ntia se ne say me ye kuani. Na me say what this traditional sense say me hu fa so wo so say me babeko school from age 1 until so benya 4 or 5 years. Ne manya oba ono nso so 1 na djuma say eduru say wawo na waso wo twen makola no eduru ba bi oyo autonomous ansana waja na hokwa adwuma oba na nkasa openisa that's number 1 number 2 oba ono nso so oye ni kurase ni bi te seme ya didiem yenko modiem unim say nurse be fi adwuma beba o ka syringe ho asem na be ma eka spanner.
You think there's something wrong with that?
Not something wrong, it create problem eba nkomodie kura no e be difficult what you say.
Ene na wo beka say ma sikani ba nware sabi ohiani ba.
How many times na see before say me answer question one answer me how many times na sad na see?
See many times.
That be movie mu na etadoso movie mu.
Enye no cry. Enye no cry say a movie mu.
My example Ghana.
I think that no say me ntimi mo obi edi.
That be
me I can't mention names.
Oh, omodo majo omudi nti omudi ni ye kan o media mo enye bone.
I cannot say ebi obi o ho a onye de ewu nim no. Minim obi a oyesikani pa ne bakohia abrante a ne maame bo ne ho modern de but oni bi on say on to
yeah
aware ni nhihye mu no na oba ne papa ene ne maame pese omo ye bibia be ma no e maame ne papa se da bi niema bi wo ho a amamre kwa so
se be ma na ye
ene ye owie ye omo ware wie ye no be ma no e papa sete omo up omo fie ma omo ka ene ade no oba ne e papa
oba ne papa
so
sana na abrofu kwa ye no
yeah it happens. I have a problem with most of the things you are raising.
Okay.
Because me feel say si e ka say enue be na etwie ana say mo ye at par socially, economically, academically, and now religiously ne was say mo kwa na was say mushia etwempna ana ewaria. What happens to the others?
Okay. Enti membra o question so ama suggestion say ema sikani ba enware ohiani ba
mo hiani eba me sikani ba
yes ABC but it's part of the outliers, the exceptions. And in life, the exceptions do not make the rules. The normal is what become the rules. What you say? And as a teacher of gender dynamics, me share ofa nipa be 100 na sikani baako ba oba akowari hiani bema baako out of 100 na is successful memfa entu nkrofofo. I will teach them the reality. And the reality is saying when you pick 100 esikafo any 100 ehiafo in most cases majority of the time esikafo mano won't marry the hiafo no mano. That's number one. Number two, hiafo no kra no they will not even get the proximity. When you say any social media na ba ya one way yentimi enya yempra na yerenom is proximity into church, various clubs, then the nightclub biaba yase any ade. What do you say? I say you can be say for guests. What did that say? Here ni boy be etimi dey for guests. Aye angel man your friend say. Kokko tin baba. Emfa.
Minti se obia for girls aye obia.
Ensi obia here ni boy bia ntimi fa for guests enche JJ runs baba. Akufo ado baba. Mahama baba. Emfa. So what I say? So as a man, I teach reality. Say obi here ni boy bi now out of some circumstances be now 1% be na akotomu a me nfa no nkyere mema ubetima kan no akere ma because women love to live in the fantasy world and that is fine. God made it so. There's a positive reason why women sometimes they don't live in reality, and there's a negative side to it. It's okay, but mema I have to tell the men say emfa utiye yene say na what will build on and then you have some serious potential. And what's the bear man who say this guy first of all esikafo mpo entama omuma emfa don't worry. That's number one. Nyamu friend love no omumfa worry. Sikani ebeti ase ma ne ba worry obi a ebi ase ne na omo aye too liberal. First no it's about who is going to partner with my child to continue my legacy. Enti most ehiafo ma entimi nkoji sikani baba emwa no ma ne papa ne sika no enko nanim. Most ehiafo what we know is consumption, how to consume. Enti sikani be hwe obi a ono so ye training na wo how to manage sika no amana ware ne ba no. Enti omo mfa odo to da chinchine a opeo umpeo eye sika bema we na abeware no beginning you know niam fe no odo no sa feelings no engo ho, but over time purpose will set in, interest will set in, values will set in, and aware no be successful. So what I say and when it come to hypergamy now, I want the boys to understand say the fact that what that's so low na o peja obi baba akosoro no Nigeria movie akache say o kire odo enye odo na wo kire ujimi because girl drew nursing training hono e hono obehu mema bibia mu odafom and otusu sa mema ni bia me se sa girl onye aboni bia odi yankopon enhihye so kosare yankopon ebo oba enu ntina ma na maso odin a omokoka se me de minya sika wie da minya bema obetimi adi mi wie a mini problem oni meda yi a mini problem. Then they get the men and now they cost after 6 months getting to 1 year na oban libido akofu mama bema no na hwihwihwi ma shase and sa relationship no we share bema no eguro share bema no bi say adentina no oyiri gya ya ni sika ntina ogbume enye sika ntina oban mbu ubisa oban so adentina no kuru gya ya he was intimidated by my success. No, he was not intimidated by your success. You people were doing abnormal thing. Mumienu. And when you be a man and chichi manchiremuno, intina akobasa no. Nipa bebre both a man and mema nim say kase medobia. Ubisa obabi say die na maka sa obi dowa niema babu so nyina anye enye nti na oka sa obi do no oba e feel woni mu say obi do na that person is pouring into her man for adwene ko ne wo dwene no something is coming
obi do obi e tresen
the
DNA ma
bibi
ohusu obi do obi
me can with the ma say eduru ba bia obetima ka say o feel say obi no na when the pipe is so dry, the pipe from the man towards her is so dry. Oh, your ba only will be a chimpena. Bemano, it was so low in everything to the extent say, Samoka Samo caught the nearby chow by or crocodidia, Adriano Bane Betia. Fanta be crown and Benmobana beto. Even pure water bana beto. For the first 6 months, women's provision ability is so crazy. But the idea also Matias here, and the man Casantias and say the female's provisioning ability has expiring date on it. And when that ability to provide or the willingness to provide a back for more, maybe more bad. Sana, no. She's a receiver. And anytime if she is going to take the provider or the giver position, it should be temporal. But feminism, mama, mema bibiri, a relation di say, oh, say the mema, say, ewe ye hu, na ye shema, ye ni problem no. And she say, ne nyami adom mako school, ye juma no muso, ebe she omo they will do it without complaining. No. No amount of education, no amount of feminism, no amount of women empowerment will take that nature from the female. She is not a long-term giver. Enti e was a member nya santi ase we. It's about time ebema man member ati omo ho ase. Say no amount of education, no amount of women empowerment, no amount of motivational speak to the woman. Ebe take that nature anyankopon dia share mu no afri ho. Which is her ability to provide is always time bound. Adintia. Nientia mema ye provide for all our life most of the time, you ain't any problem unless you are giving to appreciated woman. And they say, Nyankopon ede provisioning aka your well-being and your mental health. Nyankopon enim die mu do say, onim say we on a personal level you are selfish. Enti owi and what the conditions be atoto ho I be reduce your selfishness no. I don't have to provide to you as a woman. But Nyankopon ede masumdue and my mental health, depression, and stress, or the abata my ability to provide home. Until me yes I may lazy, na me provide there. The more I meti hono, na me stress e kosoro. Nyankopon ede be ma se na sumdue no sumbejo no. Say the stress be kofom, say the depression be kofom, or the abata my ability to provide.
And so at the boom, right from the beginning,
yes,
Adam and Eve, na Beman also provide.
Yes,
but if Eve they provide Adam,
well provided it.
Yeah, Eve the cover.
Oh come on,
food buy, cover apple they buy.
Come on.
Oh, be this
that is not provisioning.
What did Adam provide?
Adam provided everything by tilting the land. That's provisioning. That is actually what you people call romance. Provision is romance. Romance and yes, me now how you there.
Adam the Eve story. You can baby say it was after the encounter with the so-called snake. And then you can say
Ube land no. Yeah, but even before then, na ye de Juma ashe Adam sa. If role a supportive role beboa. The fact is that the person to do the main job was the man. The woman was an afterthought. If we read the Bible no narrative now, was an afterthought. Say, oh okay, here companion.
Enti obema edie and say o provide ma oba.
Yes.
It is a bema ni ndru baby a ma on lefty oba no.
Yes, but the most important thing is say oba no na nidie mu said ye mema ye nidie ene ye pomuden fa ejina provisions no oba no na nidie mu fa ejina say ni kunu wo soro chen no period. Into the anytime bia wo de Nigeria movie be she otim say wo pagya oba bra oda form no e kire odo no me ka kire Sam Rante we omtete hai wo hia obi ne papa mobra ne mama amobra na ose ode saa ababa wa no e ko nursing me pese mema no eti ohun ase what you say say bo hu so for example oye bema we hia oba and in 2026 most young men will meet women who are financially higher than them today. What do I say? Why? Because men have built the world and made it so soft. And when the world becomes soft, most of the job will be done by the softer gender, which is women. And then most men, when she or now financially, or what's wrong with men jin them say, oh, say me na what's wrong and come here and problem. Ain't mejijie dem ene mema problem mema baby problem wo manya no mejijie dem cause also obehwe me abra onya problem da bi fashion otimi say oba ni provision ability no time da so to say hospital be din na eduru ho na oye worn out oye stressed up won timi nya don't blame her na mema ni bi eduru ho na awosenka oyire ho ye adwuma no wa relax after 1 year na oba no ne ode ba fie nyina na wa sha se air drunk akrakra na obo oba no ti so oba no nya oba papa enyo oba na enyo oba papa eye feminism any equality a obema no gitum na agi ni dwan
enti ewo fie obema ye adwuma oba ye adwuma ebikro oba na gi aketu so sin bema who should cater for the home?
Who should cater for the home? Yes, the man must do whatever he has to do. Say oba no finipem say or support wa danase na appreciate you know. What you say? Na appreciate you know. But 50 Cent can say get rich or die trying. Ye ansa na wawu and na say eda wu ye kwa me hu say na uwu kwan so say ye. And then mema problem omanya omadane fear women ambassadors of fear women. A man ni nyina no enya man na enyo because they have listened to the lies of feminism and woke culture say ye pe therefore the way ya say obema wa no will provide ya on kasa bema e provide on kasa because the moment ye nya ye provide no na ye stress e ba form because we can me example nchiro Alex na e boss otua me ka 50,000 no otua ka 100,000 say 50,000 to me boa ma me hwe me fie me yire na me ma me stress eba from flat the moment pressure ye beka say wo fa 100,000 hwe wo fie a be maka ho no over time o stress be kosoro what na make na say because nyankopon amfa provisioning anka wanidie ho provision doesn't make the woman fulfilled it stresses her provisioning make the man fulfilled so when the man is not providing nature will punish him. His biology will punish him. He will get stressed. He will be depressed. Okay? On the other hand, when it is pouring into the woman begins to glow up. She becomes happier. Because Nanitie is not tied to say, Wama. Adia mama nya modiji ekofom. When you are not taking care of human beings, living things. Entina ene, ema bebre omoto nkra man nkra no edoso no. Because oye young when catch and say men and shit we hear bema and find shit. Then she gets to a certain age and the biology set in. She has to be taking care of things. And they will tell you, me call live wa me say me no aduane ma me hom no aduane ma me ma no me stress e ba fom. Also ba bia ode no Yankopon de atare no. Nti both men and women anytime bia you be neglect your biology no we get punished. We are go online and search research title they'll say the female happiness paradox. The research is pointing to the fact that since 1970 and 1970 is a pivotal year for women. 1970 and the second wave of feminism you launch here. 1970 and the sexual revolution and celebration you launch here. 1970 and a contraceptive pill you create here. So this nyama miensa ma boss we Osha, it was supposed to be a positive thing for women. But research in it says since 1970 up to date, females' happiness keep dropping. It has never in a year gone up by a percentage. It keeps coming down. We are not asking ourselves why. This should call for serious investigation, but we are not asking ourselves why. I didn't think a year any opportunity to go to school more. The
research didn't state why.
It stated.
To tell us.
Okay. Some of the factors, and they say a man when you interview them, I say the fact that they go to work and come home and do house chores. Express. So the research did a counter control experiment. Every member, so they go home, they go to work and come home and cook. And the men reported happiness. Their happiness going up. You know, some say, and I say, my wife, I feel my wife find it romantic. What you say? No, Kren say, now science have been hijacked by feminization of academia. Say, evolutionary psychologists are now living in universities in the US and UK because research I bet said pure difference between men and women. No? Now, universities in the advanced countries are not sponsoring them. They don't want the world to know what makes us different. They rather want the world to see how equal we are, how same we are, and that's what is killing us. What I say? Everything that me teach, is to let Berman know this is who I am at the biological level. This is who I am at the evolutionary level. This is who the woman is biological and evolutionary level. And the moment you bet no. Enti Berman, we a fit any taxi driver. Now the obi baba ne papa mobra at the university. Because I get away at the age of 14 and obeshe who capacity. Or sell no one home. Na Berman be a own sense niema emfa ma ho esa kwara na ba ma na ba adeso ama no nti me wo series bi a me be ye in case you give birth to a girl child me program ye no ade ba ko hia me say me ma be te omo ho ase how to be there for their girl child because hard life hard times e build mema e destroy women aho kire e build mema bebre ye ejimi get back could the mere ni my heartbreak penna be beatity na nyansa no ahase ye adwuma enti da bia me ka say 99.9% of men don't get heartbreak. They get a futu are ma me dem na wantie ne papa dem na wantie ne bra panyin dem na wantie asori dem na wantie bosom dem na wantie mox dem na wantie ne yankopon say akoye o still a futu ohunu no a pen nice girl bi be ma kuma bedi ne mu kukuru 3 months na watch your letter ne podi encho letter no man WhatsApp message brakwa bena on say me no tena ye no nyem boni bia I am trying to love you but the love is not coming tinke be ya se me make you akoma no me enjai statement na kan na break na akoma bo se ye machine pram na torete de no ba e free sa da no e ho na obesua se de be ma dwene ene be ma enante be ma tenase nti me sa oba na o ma be ma asodem for heartbreak no me need any problem was save so but yente ye ho ase yentem na sia madam baako awari o Austria and he was so thankful to me adanya was so ameto me o TikTok and Canadian say nti o yire nko aburuche say o pesika wo be di ma abro adanya o sunyane ge bi ono no wo ho all of a sudden ge say o jano we share papa bi V8 man bi akọware no eje ne ya ese ma empe mema papa na mati say nti ono de won say ni sika ma pa ni sika nti onya sika ombu ma na me se da bi enti sa mbisa say again what how many years no obo gain age won what how many years no obo ono ni age no afeno no owo university gain na wie university gain wo 28 na me say mebra girl no needed to make the move she made because men are fighting against finance. Women are fighting against their biology. Girl we cast what chair a company so be university a pay juma awie na bia akọbọ masters kwampo ma afabra bona fama wa emfama wo no ne madwa esa na asa wo di ache na ane se wo bakakowo aba na odaso yo yire ana ba wali bia ka ne ho but no the opportunity to be a mother eko enti se wo younger age na oba no nanim na ni age akọ nanim na wahu bema wa ye ready ne saso na chi epese o ware no no ojawa emfa ne se watusu sikani over you. Know the difference between you and a woman. Women are fighting against their biology. Men are fighting against finances. And the guy understood himself. Bitterness and I won't move about ma. We free team now. Some corona worry. Now no more how I'll send him a message. DJ, I'll be getting married this Saturday. Come on. What I say? Enti difference what man mu a feminism emma yen ka ho asem na da bi on pese oh ye pe no ye pe na 23-year-old boy ebedin so only 23-year-old girl pe da bi on the dating market, on the relationship market and the marriage market, a 23-year-old girl is valuable than a 23-year-old man. Because a 23-year-old woman here ama alezesa ne saso na chi ebetimi aware no oba no woni nyina as a matter of fact she has it at the best. But 23-year-old boy, you have nothing. The tide is against you. You don't have money, you don't have wisdom, you don't have knowledge, you don't have leadership. And then idea ba ko say relationship most lack of male leadership. And me yeti ha ne din komo offset me catch you say relationship is a social phenomenon. And women are stronger when it comes to social things than women. Most social cues, women don't have to learn. Most of them, you pick it by nature. But yeah, I was suggesting, I'm against a man marrying a woman when you turn, because ubenya problems. I didn't ubenya problems. Obano or obanti, a whole lot of things. What social communication the other hono wonim. But the biology and then the hypogamous nature edited to say, Bema banabra bumwa, the man should know these things. And over time, women hate teaching men. And at times, our rate migu, ubisana, and me ombume. And yes, ombu, when you tell Wuninchi, near maybe your whole who say, Nka Bema dear, know it. And you don't know because it takes time for you to learn those things. Unimuninte over time, or the ahomtie, esha, trel. To say all chene ba dear. It's the maternal instinct in her. And I'm order trel or mano. And then the ego in you will interpret it as omume, and yes, umbu. And we are back home. Men fall in love with our eyes, women fall in love with their ears. Therefore, ukofo about when you chair wa and the optics will tell you say why abrewa. And then your interest in her sexually and otherwise will begin to drop at the problem beba. So it is better you go for someone beneath you. And I know feminists from because say, oh, men are looking for women they can control. No.
So, but that's exactly what it is.
No, not women they can control. The reality is that some can remember the end in a todum. Enti one fat the obenyini atwa now funny when you need dada and check. Two. But I say there's this phenomenon in Ghana. Minimum say Kumasi or Hadia. A crowd there, a cost of 25-year-old guy, boy, dated 40, 43, 44, 45 woman. And the man say, oh, the men in their 30s and their 40s don't respect women. But this boy respect women. No, they don't respect you. Every boy respect the mother. That's it. Obana only need it, you know. Every boy respect the mommy. Now mommy Osamano, push for free. Because someone is cut on bottom. What I say? Ain't this guy, apart from say social cues, or no issue or hono. 2, enter no I abrewa when no. 3, nen sanso na chi, the entire 25 or cover 24 no, sika oni. Enti most of these women, the boy gets to 30 years, nani amatu to muape, when jana no ye masem. But in his 25 no, oba or peno ankasa no, onya Cause sa oba openo no o chesi Alexis mo. Onya. Enti eye lack of opportunity. A woni no. Ena all the say oh my man painful no o ma peace of mind because ohia nti pressure da so. Nti maame na be yi sa ohia pressure na free so. Nti just a peace of mind bia. Enti ubon say more na afi o nyini boy ni nyini na ohunu ho as bema na ohunu ni enti a most men krompo na we maame ni age kra avoid no obeche ne ho. Enti for me say yemfa Nyankopɔn se lo sisihye ne niema no na yeni so ye benye yasumdue mema enkoblemu ma mema beble na eblemu ma so ye ma ne nye ba enye omo a nye ma ne fault.
Aha, enti mi ti o na die biem na wo kire mema.
Ade bia me kire mema human nature, the male nature and the female nature. And so ade a mahu se ye tiase a what I can say, my main aim is to sustain marriages and relationship. Now, yet say, Bema tene ho ase a, ena okofa oba ebeboa na brabo, ede aba na brabo. Oba tene ho ase a, ena okofa bema obeboa no, ede aba na brabo. What you say? Aha. Etoda bema wenya heartbreak. Omonko mondodo na is about kwabena just again now consider there ba kumpa me ye man no and maybe saa de no ahye mu an kopim se obewu onte ase se oba bi antimi anye grateful amano memo ate ase se per the female nature and as a human nature no nipa bia abrabo na otimu no niema ohia bia ne mododo na no nye ono ane brepe no or you're ungrateful. So you're ba or you're bema. That's on general, both genders. Se obi usheno na na bra bomu no niama dodo no wono no wa mre na ne saka or you're ungrateful. Ye nim ya busuafo ye try say bebo mo. You see how entitled some become. Sanite here. But in life, most women are the ones who get most things for free. So it is possible for quite a number of women not to remember what you did for them. And as a man, knowing this, so I'll teach men to understand this. Say, ofa ne man mema, ye nyina say ya mre ni nya ne ma, ye nkai, ye ungrateful. Then no aba man between man and mema. Why mona in life they normally get free things in life. Majority of the time, therefore, it is possible for you to meet a woman and it is highly possible to meet a bar on Kai. Why? Because who will say, oh, high diamond of 5,000 Ghana cedis. And you wanted her to remember. So that time now, only Ujano, Obia, ready, Mohaya Fraser. Veronica Heights. I be a cost to say 50,000 at the Amano. How do you expect such a person to? So what I say, I will let you know this. So I teach different set of male and female natures. Onye, and on my show, the American said, the 33 Men's Worth podcast is the only show where we don't tell men to fear women. We don't tell women to fear men. Into my platform, so Obaso now message here, fear women are missing from. Because fear does not live where knowledge lives. Before
we came on air, now can say Bema Ushia or Ba or Baba Kuminua, and your advice I was all.
Especially Bema Onwoda, now Wareda. Oko into that relationship most of the time, the tide will be against you. Ubewe ablemu obana only relationship no. But na nimdie bia unya ya anka unko sa relationship num. Therefore one komu a be save you a lot of troubles. So what I say, eno ye baako mienu yesu ano aman 80 born. Nti yesu ano na mpanyimfo mu die anim ta aka. Oh oba wa kwaware agya de ana wo oba de unya na ne hojo because niam kakra fa nani so into unya second awaria on Faniagro. And it was true at that time. Jesus ano, it was true in the 80s, even in the 90s. No correct. Aden, Obanet sene ho ase, na ye maame no abreso no, na papa no abreso no. Na obia nim, na values a ye de kwa ware be ma the values ba, memma the value ba. Na obia nim ne de. Na emma tete ma no nim se okowo a the value na ba fom. On twen wo bi nka nkire no. Nti onim se okwa ware mu no, o de how kakra to be ma ne so. Nti oye grateful and ohona bema no all the time oma bema no enu ne ho so obefa no. But in 2026 TikTok kan kire oba na enye oba mpa okwa aware me e ware no eye ne ho ade ofie ono ya anye ne ho ade no ode awo wanware ma bema antete no wajai ni kunu mu ye we ye oba asodenfo otwem kwase ampena no sakofa bema me say me eba se maintenance na me consider to marry a single mother meto ase a wo ex no bema I can respect so mean to me boo ex am worry o da your ex must be a man I can respect and not just me your ex must be a man other men can respect by ne oba na also a single mother no bema ofa no wo de ne kire ba bi enye yie we need tramo ni bema bi wa bona chese like ade boni bi ebitum dey oba no o de aye no ono no ne wo ye no akwatra TikTok ama TikTok aka chen say hey oba wa wo de bema nyansafo ne timware no na wo oba ware oba owo ba no wo nya jimifo bema na owo ye odwani ja me oha no na o ejimifo. The question is say oba no so ode ne ho ma bema jimifo man dae no ono so ye be friend thing. What you say? Enti mostly unware da uniba pe oba uniba onware da na monware. Waware oba unya oba owo ba problem enim because aware ne hu problems no wa face bi da. Nkwala tete se de esitia nkwala nye wo se ye no wa hu bi da na wo ye green no obekwa akoye wakakotia nkwala maame no ne bonjum that the issues abremo and then no TikTok feminists ne ka kire ne say the mere fact say wa wo pen no ema ni value wo so che nti o ye wo be ma na dom nti and it has become so dangerous to venture there. But I always say on my life, said there are single mothers who will not struggle to find husband. Because there are some single mothers they will see carrying a home. Bemo on any jaya now say wow to ye odobruni. Only the crowd na mema the application to so radio so TV so. Bema on any jaya no enko etere ni suban won bema edetena ye etere. There are some single mothers they will never struggle to find husbands, just that they are few. But in 2026, majority of the single mothers are single mothers by choice. Ono obori tim po say onware obewo. Ena majority of them, memom ni omo ye no, mommy, udi omo kofi enye yie. Just ode ne ye hwia enye yie. And you going to marry such a woman, bema we want na brabom because of a bano. It's a whole lot of a hazard for you as a man. It's a whole lot of hazard for you as a man. And
so I disagree with you.
Okay.
And let me say that I am a single mother. I'm a single mother of 27. Okay. I think that segregation and not generalization, grouping people, say be a single fathers, single mothers, widows, widowers, wrong. No two marriages are the same. No two relationships are the same. No two individuals are the same. A single mother could be an angel. A single mother could be evil.
The devil, yeah.
it depends on the experience
the individuals.
Nipa krono enyaye because of who no or any relationship. You or somebody no be can say ubia or say or nyim ye wa anti be man ka bi e say wow bisi sabre. How do we fault nipa krono?
No.
Or ye dey na ma be me
ye be fault no when
ye ni subai bone.
Mebo.
And so enye nkwa na wo ka say I see a lot of even a ma ebi created the impression says oba any bema ewo na omo anware ana oba ware bema na omu jaya. It's always the fault of oba
no
oba we de oba wa ye jai de ade na akọ ware oba wa ye jai oba wo baba akọ de ade na akọ ware oba wa oba akọ but ebia na oba bi oba mamienu from a previous marriage but no be a better wives in oba ebia unmarried and now you're virgin.
No two ways about that.
And so I think that I was say ye fa obia se di nipa kro esitie otiase.
Metuase.
A gentleman spoke to me na wo shia eraba bia opese oware no. Emfie mo che oba no but oba no oba ba ko. Enti osuro oba na ye carry no oba no say somebody he would want to marry. But to slow because ne maame aka wo fie saa se oba wa wo de emfa ne mefie enti wan kan kire o maame no until say maame no ebe do oba no a e kire ni no kan maame no so then I was wrong obema no no fi se wo kan o maame ka say ni aware no ise mu kotwitwam ni ade but maame no ehunu say saasem no de ahye ni chim so obabia wo obabia enye no saa na binum so tie say ebia me obi ka so ompa abanoma especially a man no
o nipa mu jata be ma o ko jata ba ho no oba ida say oba na be pamom kwala na obeku mu nyina ta na jata
to oba ompe abanoma ompe be ma wo ma no nipa mu jata okay ti be ma
ono so mpe banoma no nipa mu jata
ono you see aha say bia be ma na bia ne yiri free mu
na wajawari
wajankola na wajawari ana say along the line no mu realize so mu nye compatible ana bia no mu susa na be ma na wo ye o see because owo ba no and they call it trailer yes say o ye trailer or Caribbean.
Okay, so
and so I think that a segregation, I think that a wrong, no matter how you would want to call it.
And you know, there be a can say when it comes to gender dynamics, we always look at the average in the situation. Is it possible? And medical cultural say until the 2000s, you know, men didn't have problem marrying single mothers, and you are aware. Men, that conversation was not there. What you say?
Oh, I have always heard it.
Okay. But now, and one, okay, so let me bring in one female.
For you to go and yes, I unya baby be a man.
Yes, because the natural order say and can go for non-attached one. If that doesn't work, then you go for, and that's how life is. You choose school, sir. You go for category A's, no. Now, ya bepe B ni C ni B say I'm fat.
Yeah, category A. The one we C and
B or C.
Okay.
Now, I mean, female nature back home. I am in 2026. The conversation is heightening. One of the female nature, one of females' weakness in life, which is their ability to, or they are susceptible to somebody convincing them. What do I say? And my weakness in life, say, obi. In other words, they are
gullible.
They are not just gullible. They are group thinkers. They make decisions based on what another woman has said. Ubetire who say oba bia ya de bonim oba na ona ne tinchen tisa mamia kotonu sa de no odaye mu ko bakra onya sa bonni bi. But you will be shocked to see near onya sa bonni bi no defending that evil woman. What do I say? I, as a gender dynamic expert, I understand why women do that. Because in the absence of any man in a community, in a society, the only way women protect themselves is through their numbers. Women can protect themselves physically, individually, but they can do that by number. Enti Emma kuo, Emma yonkofa, ebetimi agina hwacha yen kaboni anim. Wo ma kuo mu, wo ye ma damfo na mo kaboni anim a damfo na egu. Emma kuo na egu. Nti Roman Catholic Church no, omo sha se omo te ma kuo no, omo ya na egu. Then they did a research and find out say ma kuo betimi agina. Yi so mo fa ma na omo ma kuo no, omo amaware no, omo kuro no nyina ye patrons. They don't attend their meetings. They don't do anything. Omo adwuma ne say man ko a na ma frame man na ma be siesie because man to me kind of crunch on yonko ma. You know this. Therefore, because they are group thinkers no na ene wo social media world no. Okwa TikTok ni obete no o say assembly to form no afa no say gospel no or the bobra. Women love people who validate their bad behavior. On TikTok, there's a guy also you show your friend women affairs. Ne the other say, "Adia oba ya you say kind of Christian on kind of Christian oba because social media also make it easier. Kasa kasa mama, you make money easy, and a lot of men in the US, in the UK, in Ghana, that's what they do. Oba ya they say kind of Christian on can. Enti say social media nti oba bia why mistake I was called jitum so why mistake and your man so version ho a jitum say wem eye me na mama ma baba ko du say no ba betra social media na adan me ka chale say e ma nya de papa omo kata so omo ye say omo nya boni ade boni na omo che olu say e ma mo hoi oba ma mo ware pa muntimi enka ma ware pa munsem e ma awarefo a ma ware ko yiye ntimi nkasa enye Ghana nko all over the world unim now be kan ware pa munsem near the last 2 years trend be by US e by Africa nyina say e be say ma say obet oni be ma betena forest eno say oni sisire kwabenafo be e betena forest je na obechisu na ma no do so mpe be aboa no and again because you say whilst others are choosing bear, I am comfortably lying in the arms of my guy. Ma, oko geno video and the video no comment asia. I pray he cheat on you. I pray he rapes you. I pray he kill you. I pray he suffocates you.
Omo ye pathetic. There are people like that.
Exactly.
People who can be happy for others. Who think that they are not doing that just because they are women. There are men who are like that too.
Because of how Emma are very neurotic in nature and then they easily accept what another female is saying, you know. Emma, this narrative poison single mothers. Not single mothers so don't do what they say, no. We are creating new crop of single mothers from a single mothers of choice.
Oh yeah.
What do I say?
And there
are two types.
IVF, surrogacy, just to have children.
Meba. And even single mothers of choice, you will too. Yeah, 1 year. Ni sikanti. Or see maybe when you sikadru no. Typical example, we are about to in the video, or a female lawyer, actress, advocate in the US. A fellow Ebony K. Williams. Or see the entire own team ware, into Okoya IVF. Now IVF no so or pedia, ne banu huni papa kobundo bewu. And they say she's worth $3 million. And unimunia madi mema au musika during divorce. Enti ene ono so be odru no. Wa try. Mema omo sika cheni bia empe no musu wanyini omo mpe no memmo ma ya ready so mpe no 25 years no 40 years no ho asem na aba US no memmo ma ya ready so mpe ware no omu nyina $100,000 a month eyi akomunya enti so ko ware be ma o down which is apogami ayira ewo ho no o ware no na be ma no sorry na eche so oja ware a ye be che ne $3 million ni mu ama ne half. Na wasa tua alimony amano na wodi tia nya wasa kotua child support and she has decided to become single mother of choice. And me research be na me hypothesis ne say mado do be nya sika te say mema either say our agya ye enkoso biem and aye ware kra because women are not givers. So women can't sit there sharing $3 million with a man. Nti Ebon K. Williams or try IVF for an anuyana afa with menyaneba. And that child will never see who the father is. Ni ebesi sa kwa ni nyinia obetwe sika on so na ayidie is another matter for future. That is another one set of single mother by choice. Another single mother by choice. Eye say ono a enye so sika bi no owo. O si na gedem or you're so reckless with sex. And you see na Yankopon boy no or de niema ema mema se yenhwe so de mama ma se yenhwe so. Ema mo na mo ye the custodian of sex. Nti ewiase ba bia be ma bia obefo so ho ahye oba so no mo na to Ghana ha the minimum obekọ 25 years so de ho to ho ahye oba so. Maximum okay.
Minimum is 7.
7 okay. For monato enti eye oba bia sede say on control sex on giving sex only to man one man papa any mema papa won abrabom avert and son of the sex amano but majority of them incoming single mothers no they didn't do any of this ubehwe bema bia omune nada no
kwabena
ubu na enye yi
oba bia oni nanya bibi intimate ya ukofie ema ne papa na ni nua mema no na ne uncles vete wansa
mema ya am robbers okay nti e ka cho say
are you not being hypocritical
meba enye hypocritical
wa shia obi a oni no mo jele mo ye compatible mo ye adult you think that you can have sex you don't want to have sex what's it there be just say be ma no ko Obano, efie ma. Is this real?
Meba, akoto, enie.
Is this real?
Akoto, meba.
Do you do that?
Meba. I'm teaching reality. Okay? Me can't dabi obaba no anye sa no obehia me a me di bedi no. What you say? And also oba e control sex. O making sure say she is giving sex to the right man. Because the moment oba benya anyem no nyensan betimi akuno number 1 ankuno a oni be ma jimifo okowo a na brabo betimi asay for the rest of their life but what am I say oni be ma kwadwofo non ambitious man ekwanyemo a na brabo betimi atonsuom na do be say campaign atonsuom enti it is the duty of a woman to make sure na me catch you say oba why mistake ewo sex ho and they say ma be ma wo de wabodam banabusua edwo omugina ba bia at least they respect say your blood akodi obi ho ye obema wonyum oba o so irresponsible ba ne mama ne papa hwa akwala no mbase what am I say ye u program sitna pa ye ka ne eye reality ne wo ka say me hia oba meka ko hu ne mama ya na ne papa ansa no mema wo ye oba fa tutum say kunu mema te say am robbers nti e ka cho say hwe am robbers yi a men kan kire nipa na o ka so hwe am robbers yi en say onkotu am robbers ne fo na police folk hu ba am robbers hye ne kotu omofo me kan ne be ha biem say ye wo mema du bia emu a kire so emu 3 ene betimi aye responsible father and a husband nti knowing this what should women do first what you say you fam mema 10 a emu 7 e yankwasi apafo.
70% of men
yes
yes useless
and yet
irresponsible
and yet and feminism
I want you to describe the men for me.
Yes, meba ho and yet and feminism mama agiate nka 70% of men owu oba
feminism mama tutu atiatis
yes
meba
ho nka 70% of men in the world owu oba nakedness no wu and it is by nature. Ukomuamu a nya aboa be na nya oba ne da kopinso obewu the women wait omu mating time ne so a emwa mo nye sex say the nipa yes every time no omu period omu yes sex period nwa ma obi a ha obi a period no so a ema no be asambo na mema na asambo na omu mema na ko ni obetumi ahwe mema ni nyina no ema no ye 10 na ono obefa ma no 9 because it is the duty of the woman to give her sexuality to the right man, genes wise, character wise, finances and everything. So that's here enti oba ye fa se otim se uhu mema se na ho na kakra bi ne ye kakra bi na betimi adane kunu kakra bi na betimi adane papa enunti na ne nananom no they make the fathers help the women to vet a man. Am can say na omo de be ma shell da bi na nye totally some the be ma shell ba so.
Your be shia be ma e de na also looking for in be ma no.
Number 1.
So wo vet be ma de na obe
ambitious the ambitiousness of the man. How ambitious is the man? Okay, and you back. 2, family be no film. Added to family no hu here so that near much me see things happen. Say ekoba se ono be wu be wie na wakoye so useless you can fall on the family to help you raise the child. And you back. 3, and the most important, let a man lead you in the vetting process. Either say papa or uncle and now bra and now bema bia woni sexual interest wo mu. Awoye responsible. And the word responsible. Adentia san se made o maso na to do mu no. Se uja oba se ombre street no na me mekasa. Me rape no. Me wene over here. But ne papa ne Alexis ye bema. Na so nya ni problem, na so nya ni weakness. Oba so na any weakness. Mema ye ni na weakness. Enti se wo hia me okrum na se me nko hia papa Alexis Sansa na so nya ni problem no. No emotions. Calm obetie me. Entro amatwa wo oba 3 years or 30 minutes na 3 hours ebehum tokura dam nyina na nientia no moye ne saa no sabre na wo be ma no papa everton wo anka na obra bi everton no wo de be ma ne ndae enti ositosi e release ye e ma wo meto odom obi bia nkodi ni ho enti sa papa veti mi wie no hu se abrantia na no na ede o mobra na busiam so kra enye mema wo busiam no mo hwe ma nti me ba okọ wa metro sanse wona na nya sex nti papa kan wo ya bagia tum ni enti ene ma bebre omo de be ma kwachom fa pa wie na papa no hu ade boni ya papa no bi kra ntimi nkan no se oba ne be ma na da wie wata odom sex e ma be ma ani bie sex e ma oba ta odom enti se we are so den now the sex no koma be ma ansana odina koma papa aveti no awi aya ne e ba ne se be ma no ono da wie no na nani so bie no hu se wo so kra obusia ofri mu no enye ema wo mu no omukwa ware ya na o ba fie ni ade wo mu ade wo kasa nya no ajao na wo sex akodim because sex na ni nyankopɔ de ma se ye hwɛ so enunti enyakodi be ma ho pe na bema no amma no commitment mema ye dey ehwe so your commitment ye dey ma commitment nti oyo oba make sure say before say all the sex bema no ma o papa na bema bia o ya responsible envert no emboa envert no na on ma commitment and son na woman sex by a copy from the west where sex precede commitment nti bema nya sex ni wie na ni nso bia da bia me kan charles na osre adwene mi ensa no nipa duanim ba ko da yetirim ba ko da yafuru na efend the gut na ba ko da ye genitalia nim be ma bebre hia oba na nya na ya adwene da ha no na adum ne o ha na adum na aka we pe e ba sa we jimi no nam ho no wono da wie pe na ni so ate no na fidie o hwe o kasa mo ti san o fura busia ben wo yesei nti tetefo no na o ma be ma ema commitment ansana oba na the sex amano nti me baba ka kire oba anye be madamfo be ma bia o ka se ope wadamfo bia o ye scam oba ene be ma nya adamfo me pe wadamfo me pe wadi so me pe no wada o kan straighter bia oba na nya yi nti me say me de makama asem me ru nie wa ma be ma mafie e me ya vet na ansana o de ho ama no na okwanyem wa wari asiminsi ho ukuru no bisam se daddy ada na wa ma meka se me ba no na so odin wanti masem nti wokɔ no de asodin ku a wara nti obema hia wo no so opɛ adamfo a ka je sɛ o mehu papa woyɛ saa mema 10 hia wa emu 8 ensi fie hɔ because mema 8 no dodo na ni ba bi da dodo na anya adwuma ba na ham de opa abo unya bo papa din pɛ 8 out of 10 men wo nsi fie hɔ ohu afi ohu krom so a obegya mo akɔ ba bi 2 na ɛbɛba no ye be vet no na ebi a owoni fie o bibia ba ni suba nye ana abusu ofiri mu enye bia ba akubi na ya hye e bibia aye okay because ya gina ya hide behind modernity and a problem be every relationship mu modernity does not change the nature of man modernity does not change the nature of woman enti on the man side no say ye wo mo efa mo shime enti video bi na me de tag me send a message on TikTok no my share series ase me friend no how to get rid of the female in you as a man series. Because of feminism, a lot of men have been feminized and they don't even know. And life, yes, the first say unnimu no, and say mistake in ba enyaw. Light we way unnim say naked now the saka and kasa unnim nti enchew ebechew. So I'm on a course to help men to get out of their feminine way of living and some women too their masculine way of living. Because anytime I bear my baby and say, "Oh, live my life, no, oh, live a full sorrowful life," or bias will live my life. The same thing that happened to Omo. And for me, I want men to accept being a man, and I want women to accept being a woman. That's my cause.
Asitra priority akotomansa. Had the idea and come unless you want to. Who will be a person can finally?
Then the mechanic say on social media 33 Men's Voice podcast.
33
Men's Voice podcast on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Now the mechanic say yen time mema no kre ena ye ka chiro. Men ko ye na metna TikTok ye ambassador of fear women. Most of you obadi anya mo hwe. E ye ujimie ena light no na ye naked wa hwe form na chiwo. Na guess no so muhia mema na omagimi na mo fa wo mani saa ko se no pe na be ma na ba be fa masema mekan se mojaduro wa fa na no pa awia anwumre na agene nkwa amen.
Enti me guest ne eye kwabna bibini berima na ye shia ya twetwe nkomo very controversial issues any discuss no. I would love to hear your comment enti on this episode, now I throw comment. The ordinary ye one na wama mehunu. A friend Eunice at Accra menu akutumansa. Bene media sitting up edu medi ho chame. Meda ase se wo jemre ehwe me sponsors Veronica Itkumasi de nyame Ancora Homes IPTSU eboa Eraba Kwenkwen na afei Keche Clothing Accra International Airport Downtown Laundry and Manning Quanta. Medasi so Jim Resh. Me team Race Studio Production. Eliano Ferrell, Eliache Yamwa, Michael Frank, Solomon, Derek, Ray Owusu Efriye, and Papa Kwesinya Mecha Arthur, Inyama Media Consult, Head of Production. Medasi so Jim Resh. Keep subscribing to your channel. No? Thank you.